Hey everybody, Jonathan John Fun Miller here at Taylor Books in Charleston, West Virginia, and I've got a friend with me tonight, and I'm glad to call her a friend. I mean, she's been a blessing to my life since I met her here in Charleston. And as I drop stuff out of my pocket, there's the fun stuff about video. You never know what's going to happen. I love live video.
Yeah, I mean, little do you guys don't know what it is, but I do. That's a good part.
That's a really good thing. And these people are going to be watching this going, okay. Yeah. But let me go ahead and try this right now. This is my friend Sasha Colette. She's a singer, songwriter, helps people all around. So, what have you been into? You ended up here, and they had a hiccup in the schedule, and you're not getting to play tonight, but that's okay. That means we can do something different, like this.
Yeah, that happens occasionally, but it's one of those things I kind of don't mind, because then it gives me the night off, and I've officially dressed myself up, and I'm just having a night on the town, so I don't mind it too much. But it happens like once every 3 or 4 years.
And
we'll agree on a date, and then I'll get there, and somebody else's name will be on the board, and I think,
oops.
Yeah, that's okay. That's all right. I'll just go hang out and drink coffee and buy books.
That's life. Sometimes
And then when people come in that we're going to come to see me, then I get to just sit and hang out with them for the night, and that's pretty sweet, really, I gotta say. And this is the kind of thing that happens.
And
I'm okay
you never know. This could be a second, another thing on the resume.
Yeah, right.
You never know. This could lead you to someone going, hey, I saw you on his video. Why don't you come do another video? So that's.
And I'm a fan of John's videos. I gotta say, I've watched several of them, and I don't watch anybody's videos, but there's just something about watching John talk about stuff that I'm like, yeah, okay, that's weird, that's cool, okay, I like your approach. Like, I like to hear him ramble,
That actually scares me a little bit, but
whatever.
But like I told her earlier off camera, which is one of those things I like to do, is I like to include everything in stories and conversations. Nothing to me it should be really out of bounds, because it's like I'm a big advocate of comedy, and you see people that go to a comedy house and get offended. Why are you going to someone's workplace and getting offended?
Right. Oh,
I mean, that's the kind of stuff that drives me nuts.
You want to hear about a joke I told at a show one time, and it actually got boos from the audience?
Oh, that sounds like a good story.
Oh, it's awful.
Go for it.
I was playing at a little place called, it's one of the, your local Frosty Freeze. And do you remember when the gorilla got shot at the zoo?
Oh.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that was like Cincinnati or
all over the place.
Yeah, it's over in the zoo in Ohio.
Yeah, so I'm up to current events. I'm hip to them all, but sometimes I don't put 2 and 2 together to know. Think about it first. So I'm big into jokes, and so in between songs, I asked the people. I said, do you know what you call an exploding monkey?
What do you call an exploding monkey?
A baboon. And I got boos because I guess there were some fans of the gorilla in the audience. And I was immediately like, oh my gosh. And I really couldn't look at the audience the rest of the night. It was real awkward. I sang with my eyes closed the rest of the night for the most part, because I couldn't look at him. I was like, I'm so uncomfortable. I want to go home. Is it over yet? That was rough. Yeah.
Too many PETA advocates around anymore. I mean, I understand what happened. That situation was, everybody said they could have just tranquilized the gorilla, but I mean, you had a kid in the cage.
Yeah.
And I understand why they took that decision.
And I was telling a totally unrelated joke,
And they thought it was about the girl.
I was like,
I actually had a conversation with my mother earlier today about preconceived notions. It's like right now, she cannot stand, and this is my mother, which it gets quiet. I start tell this story and it gets quiet.
Make sure nobody's around.
That's my mother. I'm mentioning my mother. Everybody runs away.
That's how it
I
works.
don't, for everyone's mother? Jesus, is that?
Yeah.
And you're a mom.
Yeah, I am.
But you have a special case. And I don't mean as in a bad special case. You've got a good special case. As in someone that's growing on you, already changed your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to talk about, I'll talk about her too. That's always something you can do. That wasn't meant to be a transition, but let me get to what I was trying to say real quick, and I'll let you do that.
Okay. I'm ready.
Well, welcome to the awkwardness of this too.
Whatever.
This is what. And I'm borrowing her from her husband, which I had never done. This is the first for me. I've never borrowed a woman from her husband for any amount of time.
And that's why I turned around and was like, "Where's my cat? Where did he go?" He just kind of, I guess, I don't know. I know he doesn't. He doesn't like the music that's out there being performed. I know he doesn't. So it's like, and I know he's not looking at books. What's he doing? Just.
And if you hear stuff, in the background, we've got people chitter chattering and everything around us. So if you don't hear us or hear the stuff in the background, don't worry about it. All right, we're cool with it.
We're by the wine and cheese table. So
maybe that's
a very popular place.
Maybe that's the perfect location for this lady.
The cheese and the grapes I'm into, but. You know.
I had grapes all last week. My mom bought some white grapes and threw them in my lunch. I work overnights, and she had grapes and strawberries for me, which normally she has like a banana.
Yeah, that's cool.
But I was digging the grapes and strawberries.
What were you saying about your mom?
Yes. Yes, mother. We had a conversation, and this is what I like about the world we live in today. And I like it just like this. It's like a double-edged sword. This is one of those double-edged swords that we're all fighting. This is like the weather. You got to go walk outside and find out what the weather is every day. Mm-hmm. Preconceived notions.
Yeah.
It's like right now. Let me give you an example of a preconceived notion. Right now, I have long hair, which I've never had in my life until now. Mm-hmm. I've grown this out 4.5 years, and the automatic notions of me, especially if I haven't stayed very upkempt, I haven't shaved, haven't brushed the hair down, other things that aesthetically are pleasing to people. I get the look from people of, is that guy homeless? And that's from people who don't know me. I'll get people that from across the room. I'll be, say, a fast food restaurant or a Walmart, someplace you shop. You get a look across the room and it's like, are they looking at me?
Yeah.
And she was saying that for like if I wanted to apply for a professional job, she was like, you'd have to tie your hair back,
I don't tie my hair back when I go and ask for a professional job, right?
This is one of those things that there's a scale for it, mm-hmm. And this is why it's like for like, and this is one of those things that we continue to fight. Generalized concepts for like men and women. Like it was for the longest time we thought women couldn't be like an army.
Yeah.
Now they're an army. Mm-hmm. Great, they can help.
Yeah.
And stuff like that is for like a man. The ultimate top of the line thing is like being that businessman in a suit and tie.
Yeah.
I would.
I mean, John, I think you got it in you. You know.
I don't.
You're halfway there.
I don't want it.
You're halfway there, man.
Halfway. And now we're living on the prayer, right?
Right. You know, you're talking about like preconceived notions.
Yes.
I just recently read. I think it's like there's prejudice and there's discrimination. Do you know the difference between the two? Because I've heard the term prejudice.
I don't think I do.
Prejudice is an attitude that you've formed, or that's like a preconceived notion. And then like discrimination is the behavior because of the attitude. So like I'd be discriminating against you or whatever because I have a prejudice about you. That's crazy, right? We all learn something new every day. It's wrong.
It's nuts.
It is. Yeah, there's a lot of. I'm 30 these days, and so a lot about my attitude and my outlook on life has changed. And I gotta say, if I try to not knock anybody for what they choose to do in their life, things they decide to do or not do, or dress or not dress, or who they like and don't like, because I have found that sometimes I have became that person who I kind of was like, oh, she's lame, or oh, that's not so cool, or I have became the person that
Don't get on Instagram.
Yeah, I don't actually anymore. I don't. I just stopped.
Every other Instagram person are female. I will actually go as far to say female. Mm-hmm. Is a flipping model. I'm glad I'm not married. There is too much out there that looks perfect. And look, hold on. Time out. She just said she's 30. I'm 10 years older than her, which is scary to me. Another scary moment. But she's a happily taken lady, but I've always admired and thought she was beautiful. Completely aesthetically beautiful.
Thank you.
And that's no lie. I tend to be fearlessly sincere about things, and I actually own that.com now.
Yeah.
That's someone said it, and I said I need that name.
Mm-hmm. I was thinking to myself, that's nice. Fearlessly sincere.
Fearlessly sincere. Maybe we should go. Maybe it should be Sasha and Jonathan. Fearlessly sincere.
I mean, Beyonce has that Sasha Fierce thing going on, so who knows? It might be something to it.
Who knows?
6 degrees of words, right?
But the thing that I'm trying to get to with the Instagram and the models thing is, like being a guy right now is ridiculous. It's like you pop up Instagram, you go, and they're all on a beach in a bikini. Kill me. Please
I gotta
shoot me.
say, a lot of people are like, I need to get my beach body. Well, when I went to the beach, I mean, we're not in LA. I know I've heard LA, everybody's beautiful. But when I go to the beach, I'm like, yeah, I don't look so bad after all. Because we all look normal. There's no,
you can't hide the
bodacious
flaws.
babes. Yeah, flaws are not flaws. They're not, yeah, that's
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's just your obvious, it's just your body, and it's great because it works since you're walking around on the beach. Congratulations. You got, just be grateful that you got what you got. But yeah, I walk around on the beach and be like, I look like everybody else, so this is fine. I'm not ashamed at all.
If I can stay, well, actually, right now I'm overweight. I'm losing weight because I'm getting back to regular sleep, which is something I was discussing with her earlier too. Is I came out towards the end of last year. I found out I actually have a sleeping disorder, which now I'm going to help people. Anyone that can't sleep, I'm just going to say, go get yourself checked out.
Yeah,
it's like the old saying, go to the doctor if you think you have it. That's which is the second thing. The only two things I have right now, and I'm getting, like I said, and my mom, once again referencing my mom, because this is one of those experience things in life. Your parents pass along experience, and she's like, well, after 40, it's all downhill. I am blessed to only have the sleeping disorder, which is now being corrected, and a slight high blood pressure. And actually, I have nothing. I don't worry. I have a decent job. So basically, it's getting my diet and a little more exercise in, and I'm happy.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have the body of Lou Ferrigno, Arnold Schwarzenegger back in his prime when he was muscles on top of muscles. That's not me.
Yeah.
If I can get tone, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have what I have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Used to, I don't know. I've never really been too concerned with exercise. I call them sit-ups, but actually they're crunches. I do some of those sometimes because if I think about it, I'm like, 1 minute is 60 seconds. 1 minute! That's not very long. Do you know how many crunches you can do in 1 minute if you do 1 minute of crunches every day, I mean, you're doing something pretty productive. So you can do like what 50 sit-ups or 50 crunches. So that's a lot.
They say
1 minute.
Any amount of activity like that is beneficial. I mean, they even say a 30-minute bath is equivalent to a 30-minute walk, apparently. Oh, yeah, I know. I was like, apparently it gets your heart rate up.
That's cool. Because it's probably trying to cool your body down. It's like you're getting hot, get out of here. Oh, that's cool.
Now, whether the benefits are, I mean, they said it is, whether it's something that ends up being, hi, doing good, how are you all? We got people wandering to the back, they're watching us shoot the video, and they're like, hey, so we're saying hi to people too. Yeah. But whether or not the benefits are true, I mean, I'd like them to be true because sometimes I'm lazy. That's why this
Aren't we all? And that's okay. That's acceptable.
There's times we can be. Yeah. There are times we need that downtime, and actually going the opposite of that. This is one of the reasons I came out tonight, because I was feeling so disconnected. I was like, man, I really feel like I need to be around people this weekend. Oh, well, hello. So we got a little one walking through the store now.
She's pretty cool.
And she's energetic. She's even more energetic. We need to get like a tenth of that.
She's a cute girl. I've been watching her this evening. She's a cute doll baby.
Oh, hello.
Oh, that's a cute picture.
She is so adorable.
And now we got cameras. Got a camera.
Oh, yeah.
That's really sweet. I'll probably, we'll probably maybe go ahead and wrap it up and
I guess
get
we
out
can.
and mingle a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Get connected. Right? Like I said, I'm free this evening, so I'm gonna go.
I just ran into Carrie Jones. She used to work for WSAZ and the West Virginia Department of Highways. So I got to meet someone I always want to meet here in the local area, which was cool too.
And guys, just have you know, John made the comment himself earlier that he's kind of like a social butterfly tonight. That's cool, right? That's
cool. We all need to be a little bit more social because I mean this. Even though I'm sitting here recording video, don't ever get too trapped in the digital realm here. Mm-hmm. This magic here of
right.
Magic.
It's kind of cool, right?
It's a lot of cool. Well, it's like here. Let me give you one example. We'll wrap it up like a present. We'll send it to you. We're gonna put it on YouTube. We're gonna send it out. Maybe, I might even pay for a Vimeo account and put this on one of those other services, so there's like a duplicate of it out there in case people can't get to YouTube.
Yeah.
But where was I going? The train of thought just.
Tell Chris to play Freebird.
Oh, yeah, that's funny. He would probably laugh.
Especially with her saying it. Like when I said it, he would just be shut up.
Start him early. Start him early.
Honey, when you go to a concert, you just yell Freebird at the stage.
Every time.
Every time. It doesn't matter who's playing. Mm-hmm. Freebird, always. Good.
Yeah.
Coffee. Almost empty.
It is.
I actually need to get one. I don't drink much coffee. I think I'll get one before I get one.
You want to go get one?
I think we need to. What was I going with to wrap this up? I was talking about getting wrapped up in technology. Oh yeah. That was it. And back to Instagram. There's a model by the name of Jessica Celeste. And the only thing she uses is Instagram. She turned 18 and was in the military for 4 years and then started modeling. She's from Virginia, but also is paid enough to travel to Hawaii and do shoots in Hawaii. But the thing about it is, I was thinking, we're from more myself than you, but you caught the end of the generation where this digital technology didn't exist when we were born.
Yeah, we didn't even have a phone in my house when I was a kid. I had to go to my grandma's.
I would never have interacted or said hello or anything to that woman if this digital medium did not exist, the internet and all the connections. It's still somewhat unbelievable to me. Even with Facebook turning 15 years old just a few weeks ago. Hello. Didn't going good.
Go herd.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I got it. I got it on discount from Kmart closing.
Oh yeah.
Poor Kmart. We miss Kmart. But anyways, I mean, on that note, I mean that's like Sasha here could technically be an international performing star, even though she's from a small town in Kentucky because of the internet.
Yeah, but people are weird in uncomfortable ways, so I don't really mess with it much anymore. People have let me down, so I'm like, I don't really care anymore. I was like, forget it.
I'm one of those people that tries not to let people down. It's really out of character for me to do something like that because it's like I still have that. I still kind of have that belief that inherently people are trying.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I mean, if that bubble ever bursts, I'm gonna have to come see you for the therapy.
Yeah, that's fine. I can definitely give you some insight, brother. I have came to some insight moments, aha moments myself. So, yeah. I've come to terms with a lot of things. Yeah, I can help you out.
Yeah. But anyways, it's quieted down. Sasha's almost out of coffee.
I drank a whole medium dark roast with a shot of
Good
espresso in it
grief.
since we've been
You're gonna be
here.
up all night now.
That's what I'm working on, I guess. Why not? I'm gonna go to Denny's later, I'm sure.
We don't have Denny's here. You live in a place where there's still a Denny's.
Yeah, I
A
live
Denny's.
pretty
Well,
far
there
away
is
from
a
here.
Denny's.
Yeah.
But-
Well, John, thanks for having me on your little.
Well,
little
thanks for
shot
being here.
Guys,
I'm glad
thanks
we
for
got to
watching.
do this.
Me too.
So maybe, and if y'all like this, please comment, please contact me. I've got emails, I've got .coms, I've got places where you can send me a message because, well, unlike Sasha, I will still take messages. even if they're the robocalls that say that I owe the government millions of dollars
Yeah,
and
this is Anne with We Care Health.
yeah.
That lady.
Yes.
Right.
Right.
But yeah. Or if you see him out at the grocery store, he'll probably be cool with talking to you too.
Well, that's like
In real life.
one quick example. This past December here in Charleston, we lost a gentleman, which I worked with for a couple of years at WQBE, Al Woody. And Al Woody was really good at being personable with everyone. And if anything, I aspire to be more like Al because he. There's a saying that you've never met a stranger. I feel like that. I've always run up to people. My mom thought I was crazy as a kid because I run up to people and just talk to them.
That is fun. Oh, in my book. That's fun.
So, anyways, there's a little bit more of my kid stories. In fact, I'm pretty sure I'm still a big kid. You can ask her.
That's the best way to approach life. It really is. We can do that on another video.
Yeah, we probably need to do another video.
I think so.
I think so too. So we'll see if we can schedule it sometime, and
Okay.
we'll catch you all next time. On the flip side, we're being fiercely sincere. I'm Jonathan Jumpin Miller. This is Sasha Colette, singer-songwriter. Make sure you check her out. You can still find her somewhere. I don't know where. Look her up on Amazon. I know she's got some music out there.
Google it, you'll find it. Even if you spell my name wrong, you'll find
Sasha
it.
Colette is awesome.
Thank you.
And there we go. We got that people yelling from
cool.
from off screen that she's awesome. There we go.
See you guys.
Y'all have a nice one. Good night.